According to reports, a U.S. F-22 fighter jet shot down an unidentified object flying high over Alaska on February 10, 2023. The object was described as cylindrical, silver gray, and no propulsion, and was reportedly about the size of a small car. It was flying at approximately 40,000 feet and was determined to be unoccupied. The Pentagon and the White House declined to give a detailed description of the object, and U.S. officials declined to speculate about its origin. A significant amount of debris was recovered and is being taken to labs for analysis. In the following video, Pentagon Press Secretary Air Force Brigadier General Pat Ryder talks about the high-altitude airborne object shot down by the U.S. military off the coast of Alaska on February 10, 2023. Ryder said, "The object above Alaska wasn't an aircraft per se. Watch."
A few things to talk about up top, and then we'll get right to your questions. So first of all, to add to information already provided earlier by the White House, at the direction of the President of the United States, fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected an object on ground radar and further investigated and identified the object using fighter aircraft. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have no further details about the object at this time, including any description of its capabilities, purpose, or origin. The object was about the size of a small car, so not similar in size or shape to the high-altitude surveillance balloon that was taken down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4. Separately, U.S. Northern Command continues their recovery operations in support of the recent takedown of the Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon. Recovery teams have mapped the debris field and are in the process of searching for and identifying debris on the ocean floor. Debris that's been recovered so far is being loaded onto vessels, taken ashore, cataloged, and then moved onwards to labs for subsequent analysis. And while I won't go into specifics due to classification reasons, I can say that we have located a significant amount of debris so far that will prove helpful to our further understanding of this balloon and its surveillance capabilities. Of note, due to less than favorable sea states right now, teams will continue to conduct underwater survey and recovery as conditions permit. The Department wants to thank our interagency partners from the U.S. Coast Guard, the FBI, and state and local authorities for their continuing assistance and partnership.
Well, there we go again. They shot down an unidentified flying object the size of a car by well-trained pilots who clearly observed the object and determined that it was unoccupied. They recovered a significant amount of debris of the object in no time, but they refused to give a detailed description of the object, only that it wasn't an aircraft. This unidentified flying object has all the hallmarks of a UFO. The fact that no further information on the object's identity or origin has been made publicly available points to a cover-up. White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby described the object as roughly the size of a small car. Watch.
Afternoon, everybody. Just a couple things here at the top. So I can confirm that the Department of Defense was tracking a high-altitude object over Alaska airspace in the last 24 hours. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of the Pentagon, President Biden ordered the military to down the object, and they did, and it came inside our territorial waters. Those waters right now are frozen, but inside territorial airspace and over territorial waters. Fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command took down the object within the last hour. We're calling this an object because that's the best description we have right now. We do not know who owns it. Whether it's state-owned or or corporate owned or privately owned. We just don't know. We don't know. As I said, state owned. We don't know if it's state owned, and we don't understand the full purpose. We don't have any information that would confirm a stated purpose for this object. We do expect to be able to recover the debris since it fell not only within our territorial space, but on what we believe is frozen water. So a recovery effort will be made, and we're hopeful that it'll be successful, and then we can learn a little bit more about it.